In this video, I want to share 4 things that you can consider before marrying your military sweetheart. Hi, I'm Mel. 2 years ago, I married my active duty military husband, and 1 year ago, we PCS, permanent change of station, for the first time together as a family to Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, Japan. Before we got married, there were so many questions that we didn't have the answers to, and some of them we are still figuring out. So if you have lots of uncertainty, lots of questions around what will life be like after you get married, I hope that this video can give you a little bit of help in your situation. I'm going to talk about career, your military partner's career and your career, PCSing or permanent change of station, deployment, and just some general military life tips for a new spouse, things that I have learned along the way. So the first one is career. When my husband and I were thinking about getting married, he really wanted me to understand what military life involved and that there was a lot of travel. So every 2 to 4 years, they have to do what's called PCS, permanent change of station. And this might be within the United States, or it might be to a different base in a different country, like we are right now in Okinawa, Japan. Right? So this is us doing a PCS to a different country. Why does this matter? Well, if you are currently working or you have a career that is important to you, you have to think about, will you be able to PCS and continue working in that job or for that company or even in that career? So for me, I was pretty senior in the company that I was working for at the time we were getting married. Realistically, it would not have been possible for me to continue in that role if I PCS. My husband and I made a plan that I would retrain, and that would mean while we did the PCS, I would take some time off, learn new skills, and basically make sure that I had all the skills required for remote jobs. The good thing about the military is there are companies that support the government's mission of having families stay together. So they do support and give preferential treatment to military spouses. But you still must have the skills that they're looking for, the qualifications that they're looking for. Still have to have those things. You can go on USA Jobs and have a look at what are some of the job listings that are posted there and the requirements that they're looking for. And try to see what are some of the things that you don't yet have that you could take a course. Basically, make sure that you have the requirements. I can do another video specifically about career and jobs, but just know that there are resources that you can tap into, and there is a military spouse fund. So we have up to $4,000 in tuition that we can apply for to get certified in something that's related to what you're trying to close the gap on in your skill set, right? And that can go towards an associate degree, that can go towards a certificate in many different things. There is a long list of schools that are already approved for this funding. You can just go and have a look and see what makes sense for you. So once my husband and I figured out the career aspect, okay, I wouldn't be unemployed. I can continue to work and have a career for myself, which is important to me. The next thing we had to think about was, am I medically fit to travel? So there is something called the EFMP. When your military partner gets posted to another base in a different country, everyone in your military partner's household, his dependents, has to be EFMP approved. And that means Exceptional Family Member Program approved. This is a program that's set up to support military families that might have special needs, special medical needs, or special educational needs. If for whatever reason you are not approved to travel, it means that you're not going to be put on your military partner's military orders. EFMP tracks a long list of things from your childhood to current, things that might include asthma, depression, anxiety, ADHD, other conditions that aren't coming to mind. I guess I can list them here. That's something that you and your military partner have to be clear about upfront, because if EFMP does not approve you to travel with your military partner, it's just disheartening. You're not able to support your partner. Many times these PCS stints can run from 2 to 4 years. That is a long time to go without your family. And this is separate to deployment. As you talk about your military partner's career, maybe they have ambitions to be posted in different foreign bases to get the expertise, get the experience, and to build up their career that way. And if the expectation is that you will be able to travel with them and you're not approved by the EFMP, it's a good time for you guys to figure that out in the early so that you can either have a plan B in terms of how they go about their career, how you work your relationship out. Remember, you guys are making a decision to build your lives together. Military life is not easy. The demands that our partners are put under and the rigors that they have to live up to on a daily basis is already inherently challenging. It's good for you to understand that there are some things that your partner cannot change, like the EFMP. I believe that once you guys work it out together, you will find the best solution for you. The third thing is deployment. So deployments vary based on whichever branch your military partner is in. My husband is with the Air Force, so deployments for him last for 6 months. In the Army and in the Marines, deployments can run from 10 months to sometimes even 1 year. As far as I know right now, my husband, should he be deployed, I am on an as need to know basis. I know that he will be gone for around 6 months. I know when that time will be, but nothing is set in stone. As far as I'm made aware of it, is I will be told the most important things, and during that time he may have limited communication with me because of whatever the duty is, during which time you are in charge of seeing about everything on your own. If you have kids or if you're with child, pregnant, these are times where you're really going to want to enlist extra help or support system. If you're not living in the US close to family and you are in a foreign country on an installation or base somewhere, try to plug into the support systems that they have there, because it can be rough having to manage missing your partner, worrying about their well-being, coming to terms with getting settled or getting used to living in a new place. You are a one-man show. So my recommendation is really try to create a support system for yourself before your partner leaves for deployment, so that you have people that you can lean on during those times, and make sure that you know where everything is, you have all the important documentation, you know where to find everything, and you have all the approvals needed so that you can handle the finances, you can handle the payments, you can handle every single thing that's going to pop up during that time while your partner is deployed. Being a military spouse does come with a lot of responsibility, as we can see. Getting into the next point, as a military spouse, we are dependents of our partner. Everything that we do can be tied or traced back to our military partners. And this could impact them in a very negative way if we are not careful about how we behave, how we conduct ourselves, how we speak to people, and, essentially, you have to be mindful that we are in a military setting. So there are laws, there are rules that we must follow. Breaking the law here has dire consequences for our military spouses, for our military partners. You do not want to jeopardize your partner's job, his standing, his rank, all of these things because, we have forgotten our time and place. So essentially, just conduct yourself with respect, treat other people with respect. Joining the military life can be extremely rewarding, but also remember we are dealing with people. We're not going to have the same values as everyone. We're not going to see eye to eye all the time, but at the very least, we can have respect for each other because this is a very small community, and bad behavior. We have seen just recently, there was a case on our base where someone's spouse was so badly behaved, breaking so many rules that they were told that they had to get off the base. They were sent back home and they will never be allowed back onto another base again. That's to tell you how bad things can get if, as a military spouse, you do not conduct yourself accordingly. And that carried a lot of disciplinary action for the military member. Keep it cordial, keep yourself in check. If you have something to say it in a way that is respectful. You don't know who you could be potentially speaking to, what will be the repercussions of that. So I always say, thread with an air of caution, be respectful. People will be respectful back to you. I have been in Kadena Air Base now, officially been here for almost 1 year, and this is an amazing place to be. It's so beautiful. I will show you. The Okinawan people are just really lovely. I have of course, met all different kinds of people while being here, but I choose to look at it as an experience where I can learn, I can grow, I can enjoy myself. So it's like, what glasses am I choosing to wear today? So I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. If you have more specific questions, I'm happy to explore them in another video. Whatever you guys decide to get married, now or later, I hope that you do so and you're both working together to build a life that you both love equally and have faith that all will work out in the end. Let me know if you have any questions. I am a new military spouse and I am going to post as many things as I learn because honestly, I feel like there were so many things I didn't know and there are still so many things I don't know that I don't yet know. Anyway, have a great one and I'll see you in the next video.